It's our first Patriot Focus broadcast in the month of March. We've got basketball coming to the madness. We've got baseball coming up for the Patriots, as there are lots of things happening. As we get into the month of March, weather starts warming up. It's been pretty warm over the past couple of days. Record temperature today, as a matter of fact. So we have lots to tell you about Sullivan East High School, and not all of it is even sports-related. We'll have some athletes involved in Patriot Focus, but they're involved in a lot of academic things, too. They're already taking college classes, no less, at East High School. We'll tell you all about that, as we have three excellent students coming up that are athletes as well, here on Patriot Focus, here on 790 The Fan. We'll get you updated on things that are happening here on 790 The Fan as well. We've got a lot of basketball coming up between now and a week from Sunday. We'll be bringing that to you here on 790 The Fan, so stay tuned. We will have our first student interview from the halls of East High School. That is coming up next here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan. We're back here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan here on this Thursday evening. Great to have you with us today. We'll have more from Principal Andy Hare, an interview from the school coming up in just a bit. We will want to remind you that it's madness time in basketball, and App State is a part of that madness. We're going to have them in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. The craziness that is, it actually started a couple of days ago, but the Mountaineers will be playing on Saturday. They got a 4 seed, so they don't have to play until Saturday, and their opponent to be determined. That will be at 6 o'clock in that round of the Sun Belt Tournament. That's going to be happening Saturday, 6 p.m. here on 790 The Fan. And then they'll play Sunday late afternoon, I think about 5:30. And then Monday they'll play in the early evening. Monday will be the championship game if they can get there. So you got to win to get to Sunday. You got to win to get to Monday. So we'll see how App State does in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. It's going to be happening on Saturday, the beginning of it for App State. And head coach Dustin Kearns from over here in Kingsport, that will be coming up this weekend here on 790 The Fan. Here's Andy Hare with more of Patriot Focus.
Okay, Mike, here we are with an amazing young man here, Mr. Cole Cross. Cole is a junior here at Sullivan East, and I feel like he's been here forever because he's had a brother go through here. It just so happens his dad and I graduated together. I've known this young man since he was born, and they're none finer than Cole Cross. Cole, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be on here. I'm Cole Cross, junior here at Sullivan East, 17. Play golf and tennis here, taking a lot of college classes.
Yeah, he does, and because a lot of those kids sit outside my office, and I get to see them all the time. But yeah, Cole, you're a busy man. Have you always been that way?
I have definitely not always been a busy man. Up until probably like this year, I started taking the middle college program through Northeast State. So I'm a full-time college student through Northeast State. That's when I have kind of learned some discipline, work ethic for schoolwork. That's really helped me with not being lazy.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say you were ever lazy, but, you're in college. I mean, you're 17. You started this. You weren't 17 when you started, I guess. And, you've had to take on the responsibilities because college is for people that are adults. And these colleges and middle college, they don't view you as a high school student. You're a college student. So there's a lot of self-accountability there. And you learned that pretty quick, didn't you?
Took a couple months probably to get the workload down and that it's all on you to get stuff done. I mean, that's pretty much a big thing that you should take away from high school is it's on you to do stuff and to make something of yourself. It takes some time, but I did learn the work ethic from it.
Yeah, and I've just seen you just immerse yourself in everything else here at school. And you would think it would be the opposite. You would have fewer demands as a student, which means you could get more involved in extracurriculars, but it's the more you're doing as a student, the more you're doing with extracurriculars. Has that been a difficult balance?
Yeah, it's been challenging sometimes. I'm an open table leader here at Sullivan East, and so on the weeks I teach, sometimes it's a little much having to plan my lesson for reading scripture and then kind of analyzing it, setting up my lesson for that, for open table to teach it, and then kind of balancing that with schoolwork. But it's manageable.
Yeah.
extracurriculars and such.
Well, and you're also a golf member and a member of the tennis team. Both are individual sports that are played as a team with team scores, and you can do doubles in tennis. But I don't think that's a coincidence that those are the interests you have because, again, self-accountability. And it's pushing yourself and self-determination. And we're the ones that benefit from it. That's how so many of our students are here. They push themselves to the max, and our school, our community, and you out there listening get to benefit from it. So golf and tennis, which one's your favorite?
Golf is more fun, but I'd rather play tennis just because I'm a little better at it than golf.
Okay.
If it's sunshine out, 70-degree weather, I'd much rather play golf than tennis with my friends.
Yeah.
But competitively, tennis is definitely my favorite of the two.
What caused you to have this interest in tennis?
My freshman year, I started playing golf, and there was a couple of seniors on the golf team, and they told me I should play tennis. So I tried out because they were playing. I just really liked it. I had a lot of fun with it.
That's good. And again, that's why being part of something's so important. Wouldn't you agree? I mean, because we're impacted by them. Peer pressure's not always bad, is it?
No, it's definitely not. Tennis is probably one of the most fun things I've done throughout high school. Good team environment, lots of fun, being around friends. And so, yeah, that just came from other people kind of pushing me towards it.
That camaraderie you have and just holding each other accountable, that's so important. And now we talk about open table. Once again, peer pressure. We want people to feel that pressure to reach out and bring people into open table and learn. I mean, those are positive things they're getting from that. Tell me about that experience, being in open table. Has that been difficult to put yourself out there like that and share the word?
Yeah, I would say it's kind of difficult with like nerves, I would say, and kind of feeling sometimes like you're not ready to do that. It's pretty good as I've grown throughout, just learning more as I continue to grow in Scripture and knowledge of the Bible and growing closer to God. It's definitely you still get some nerves every once in a while, and that makes it difficult. But it's a really good thing to be in, and it's a really good for leadership and that such.
Yeah,
but,
without a doubt. What's your go-to scripture whenever you're feeling overwhelmed, nervous, or feeling like there's a journey that you're on and you don't know if you'll make it to the destination? What is that one that gives you that inspiration?
Usually I'll look to the Psalms. There's a lot of Psalms that I look at for like inspiration. Psalm 34 is a really good one. The Lord's close with the brokenhearted. Like the Psalm, a man plans his ways, but the Lord establishes his steps. That's a good one. And then just commit your ways to the Lord, and he'll make your path straight. That's another good one.
Man, that is so inspirational. So you're a junior. We get another year of you, which is just I'm excited about because we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg of Cold Cross. What's the future hold for you? What are you wanting to do with yourself?
The future holds a lot for me, I think. Sports, continue to get better at those. But that's just one aspect of my life. Next year, I'll be over at Northeast State a lot on campus. And then after that, just kind of preparing myself to go to ETSU, pursue a degree in finance. And then as long as I keep up with all my college classes and take a couple classes in the summer, I should be graduated from Northeast 2 years after high school.
Yeah, you'll graduate ETSU after that. Yeah,
ETSU.
Yeah, because you're going to get your associates before you get your diploma. That's so cool. And you want to major in finance. What do you want to do with that?
Yeah, so I'll get a degree in finance. I'm probably planning on going into either financial advisory or wealth management would be good too. Or I might go into banking, like bank management.
Yeah.
Something like that. That's really what I'm going for.
Good. So hopefully you'll get some of those experiences through work-based learning here where you can do some job shadowing there in these different areas to help you make your mind up with that. Cole, you're amazing. I'm so thankful for you. You've done a great job here at East, and the best is yet to come. And like I always tell everybody, the world's asking for the best. That's what they're going to get an East graduate, just like Cold Cross.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show today. It's great to be on it.
Absolutely, Mike. I'm going to send it back over to you here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan.
Thanks, Andy. We turn our focus to Patriot baseball that's going to be coming up in the next week. Actually, it's going to be on Tuesday. Patriots are going to play Elizabethton, first conference game already of the 2026 baseball season. We'll have that for you 5 o'clock, a little bit before 5 o'clock on Tuesday next week. March the 10th. It'll be Mario Day, in fact, for Patriot Baseball here on 790 The Fan. We're going to have all of the home conference games plus 2 more, and we'll get you all the way through the playoffs for Patriot Baseball in the 2026 season starting on Tuesday here on 790 The Fan. We have more of Patriot Focus coming up right after this.
Okay, welcome back here to Patriot Focus here on 790 The Fan, and we are joined right now with another incredible junior here at Sullivan East High School, Ms. Addie Cunningham. Addie, welcome to the show.
Hello.
All right, I'm glad you're here. So, tell us, who's Addie Cunningham?
Well, I am a junior, obviously, at Sullivan East High School, and I am part of the cheerleading team and the track team and part of many clubs here at Sullivan East.
Mm-hmm. Give me 2 of the clubs you're part of, or organizations.
Well, I'm part of National Honor Society, and then I am part of World Language Club.
Okay. And are you all very active? Do y'all do some things here?
Yes, we are very active. World Language Club, actually, they have meetings like once a month, and every month we'll just discuss, and sometimes people from other countries will give presentations about their countries, and it's really interesting just to learn about the country.
Isn't that neat? It is so exciting, and it really helps you because we have a lot of exchange students here. And it helps you understand that, being 16, 17 years old in Spain and 16 or 17-year-old here in the United States isn't much different at all, is it?
No, it's not really different anyway.
Last year, you and the exchange student lived with me, Balma. We were very close. And how did that impact you, making friends with an international student?
Well, Balma helped me realize what it's like in other places and how blessed we are to live in the country that we live in, because most of those kids want to come here because they see a future when they come here. And obviously there's a future in their other countries, but they just love everything about what we stand for in our country.
And did that change how you approach things after she went back and how you approach things like this year here at East?
Yes, for sure. I definitely don't take everything for granted now, and I just kind of soak in the moment.
Yeah, and that's it. The freshmen are reading the Odyssey right now. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so what's more important, the journey or the destination when it comes to high school?
The journey for sure, because it's over before you know it.
Exactly, and if all we're doing is focusing on a graduation date, we're going to miss out on a lot. And you're not doing that. You're active, you're involved. What caused you to be that way? Did people advise you to do that, or is it just who you are by nature?
Well, my parents definitely told me to get out there and just try new things. And I like doing stuff and just finding new people and meeting other people. And it's really fun once you just get out there and try.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. And you're a member of the track team, and you tried a new event this past year, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I tried triple jump. Well, I was a long jumper, but I just decided to try triple jump. Like the first couple times that I triple jumped, I did really good, and about my second time, I broke the school record. And at sectionals, I ended up getting a bye for state, which led me to getting 7th at state. And even though it was a pretty big deal to me, if it was 7th.
Addie, it's not a big deal to just you. It's a big deal because that's in the state of Tennessee. The number of triple jumpers across the state, and you're the 7th top one. That's amazing, especially after you just picked up on it. And that earns what's known as all-state honors. So isn't that cool?
Yeah, I was really excited about that.
Do you ever rub that information into the face of your little brother?
I will say at times, because I'll just tell him he needs to work harder and things.
That's right.
And he does. He loves all the sports that he does.
Tell us about that. What's that like, having a younger sibling here in the building?
Well, I definitely try and be a good example for him because, he means a lot to me, and I just want him to I want him to have the best experience that he can have here. But, yeah, I just try my best to do my best for him.
I was one of those little brothers of older sister and an older brother that went here. So by the time I got here, I was kind of familiar with how things were, where things were at and all that. But it took me a long time to become Andy. I was always Krista's little brother or Hank's little brother. That's a compliment, though, because the impact they had before I got there, just like you with your little brother. So that's all right. So what's the future hold for you?
I'm not completely sure about what I'm going to do after I graduate, but I think I want to become a teacher, probably elementary. I just really like working with little kids, and I think they're so fun, and it'll be different every day.
Yeah, I want people to want to be teachers. We need great people like yourself to come back and be teachers, and I couldn't think of anybody better. So put me as a reference, okay?
Okay, I will, for sure.
So talk to me about your journey in high school here. What is the best part of being where you're at Sullivan East?
Well, I love the community. Even we go through a lot, but we're always together no matter what. We're like a little family. And if one person's going through another person will be like, oh, I know what you're going through. I get it. You can rely on me. And
that's right.
Everybody's always here for everybody.
I really feel that way, too. And we like to talk about that. Sometimes we fight hardest with our family, don't we?
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, we're still family.
Yes.
And nobody else better say another word about my family.
No, not at all.
That's right. And I kind of feel like that's how we are here, and I appreciate that. And thank you for that. We've got the class of 2030. We're in the process. We've had high school readiness night, and we've got registration for them. What do you wish somebody would have told the freshman version of Addie Cunningham that you get a chance now to tell the incoming freshman?
I would have told myself for sure, take it slow. Don't try to rush through everything because it's over before you know it. And, I mean, you'll wish you could get your freshman year back. But definitely just buckle down your freshman year because your freshman year, your grades and stuff will carry you throughout high school, and it'll help you more than you think.
Well, that is wonderful. I'm so proud of you and thankful for you. And again, just another example of why I say the things I say about Sullivan East High School. If you can't listen to people like Addie and Cole earlier today and not be proud of this community, then I don't know what you're listening to because they are amazing. Addie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Mike, we're going to send it back to you here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan.
Thank you very much, Andy. We were talking a little baseball a while ago. And we've got more baseball coming up before Tuesday as we continue to bring you Atlanta Braves spring training baseball. That will continue coming up Saturday. Saturday at 12:55, the Braves will play the Baltimore Orioles. That will be the home game. And then the Braves will play the Tampa Bay Rays. That will be at the Rays facility in spring training. They're in Florida already, so they might as well just play at their stadium. Actually, I think they do. I think they play at Steinbrenner Field, come to think of it. But regardless, Sunday at 1 o'clock is when we're going to start. We'll start right at first pitch for the Braves spring training game coming up on Sunday. So we'll have both games this weekend for Atlanta Braves spring training baseball here on 790 The Fan, where we will have more Patriot Focus right after this. So stay tuned. One more segment of Patriot Focus before we head out of here. We've got the Braves Clubhouse Report coming up at 6:30 tonight here on 790 The Fan. We do want to point you to next week. We've got a lot going on next week. We begin Sullivan East Baseball Tuesday at 5. That will also be the first game of the Big Ten tournament at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. We won't have that game, but we will have the second game and pretty much every game throughout of the Big Ten tournament from our friends at Compass Media Networks. They're going to bring us the Big Ten tournament, and that begins for us Tuesday night right after baseball. The second game of the tournament starts at 7:15. Coverage does. We'll get you there as soon as we get done with baseball on Tuesday night as the Big Ten tournament, the madness begins, and we'll have the whole thing for you starting Tuesday night here on 790 The Fan. Another student from Sullivan East is featured on Patriot Focus. Here's Principal Andy Hare.
Okay, Mike, here we are here on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan with an amazing, incredible young lady. She's done so much here at East. From the moment she walked on this campus and every step along the way, she's done so much. Listen, I could talk all day about this young lady. I'm going to let her tell you about who she is.
Hi, I'm Lexi Rodriguez Alvidrez. I'm a senior here at East High School, and I'm originally from California. I moved here late freshman year, and ever since I walked on, I was like, okay, I think this is really a place where I can fortify my school and make it better. So that led me to be involved in so much. I'm involved in World Language Club, which I'm the president of, National Honor Society, art club, book club, which I'm hoping to get back up and running. Epic Ambassador Anti-Drug Coalition, 3 sports. I'm a huge runner. I love running. My coaches are honestly some of my best friends. It's the worst thing ever. I love running so much, do distance, and our teams are just the best thing. And I've seen just the impact that our varsity runners, JV, anyone can make, and it's so amazing.
And that involvement means so much, especially when you're 14 years old, you're new to an area. Talk to me about what it was like starting at a new school and that impact that those teammates had on you.
Yeah, so obviously moving from California to Sullivan East was a huge change. Lucky for me, I had a older sister who's a wonderful girl. Mia, she's 2 years older than me. And she was just that kind of consistency that I had in a new place. And another thing that I knew was familiar was cross country and track. I started running in middle school in California, and then I moved here and I was like, okay, this is the one thing I know I can control. I know I'm good at, so let's start there. And our teams here are just so wonderful and welcoming. It's definitely a collaborative sport. Even though our times are individual, we definitely build off each other, and our coaches give us some great feedback, and it's really great. I've been come to known as Mama Lex because I'm the team mom, apparently. So even in cross country, track, and swim, which I also do, like, I've definitely grown into that leadership role, and it's just such an honor.
It is, and I've loved watching it develop, and it's just incredible the impact you've had here, Lexi, and I'm really appreciative of you because, you know, you are an example of what people can do if they truly believe in themselves and put their mind to it. Why do people, do you think, not do that?
I think it's something that can be really intimidating. It's another thing I hear just about, like, with our middle college program. A lot of students come up to me being one of 3 in my senior class to participate in it. And they're like, well, I know I can do dual enrollment, but can I really, like, choose to do this huge program? Like, can I accomplish that? And it's really all about discipline, confidence. Even being a new kid, I was like, okay, I can be the shy little girl in the corner who doesn't do much, or I can take every opportunity I can and make the best of it. And I think that's really what freshmen and, like, all of our students learn here. Like, you can really make the best of opportunities.
And I'm glad you have. It's been a great example for others, too. You have a tremendous amount of self-discipline. I mean, again, look at the sports you do. Cross country, swimming, track. You are in middle college. That requires a tremendous amount of self-discipline. Have you always had that?
I think that also has to do with my upbringing. I had some wonderful family members, my parents and older sister included, who just really lead by example. My dad's originally from Puerto Rico, so I've definitely always been grateful for all the opportunities that come my way. I understand that they're privileges and honors that even my own father couldn't really afford sometimes. He moved here for college, and I'm so glad because that's where he met my amazing mother.
Yes.
She works in HR, so I think that's also where she taught me to be very people-y and also have the courage to ask for those opportunities. I know, like, you, Mr. have done a great job providing these opportunities.
Thank you.
I know there's some of them that I've gotten to participate in that were a little harder just to get my foot in. And so I think I can definitely thank my parents for, like, giving me that courage to ask.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. What an example you are. And I'm going to tell you, it's not gone unnoticed. You know, here recently, we just made an announcement about you that's a pretty big deal. And that was that you were selected as a Roan Scholar. There's only about 10 or 11 each year that are announced. It's the highest honor ETSU gives. Tell us a little bit about what a Roan Scholar is.
The Roan Leadership Program is just such a big thing. It's a very prestigious award. I think I'm the 3rd person from our school in the last 50 years to get it. It's just such an honor. Even the process, from the very first interview, I knew this was going to be something different. This wasn't like any other scholarship I'd applied to. They asked me questions that I had never even thought of, like, what did you learn from your favorite book? Or tell me about a time that you worked with someone who you really struggled with or you didn't even like. And it really gave me a lot of reflection from the very start. It was like, okay, you qualified for this scholarship because you're a leader and people respect you and all that, and you make the best of situations. but it really taught me reflection about like, what do I want to do with these skills? And the Roan program is a really great place for leaders of all kinds with all interests to do that.
Yeah. And it's going to take you a lot of places, too, in the next 4 years. They're investing in you because they know you're worth the investment. And I've been saying that for years here to you guys. People do notice, and they do invest because you are worth it. And, again, I'm not shocked you got this. You just personify everything that I already know about what a student from here can accomplish. So very proud of you for that.
Thank you, yeah.
Absolutely. And beyond that, do you have any ideas or still kind of up in the air?
Throughout my time at East here, I've gotten to try out a lot of new things. I've discovered that what I'm really passionate about is leading and making positive change. I've discovered that through being the World Language Administrative Coordinator and peer tutoring so much, getting involved in spreading awareness for youth substance misuse, like so many different things. So that led me to choose to major in sociology, the study of societies. And I really just want to use those theories and my research to make society better.
And you're doing that, Lexi. I want to say this, and I want the whole world to hear it. I have watched you talk to legislators. I've seen you lobby for legislation to state senators, congressmen, state representatives. I listened to a speech that made me cry, literally did, to the State Board of Education chairman about world languages and the requirements and to keep them here in school and the impact it's made on you. What an impact you have. And you are just a teenager. I'm telling you, Lexi, the best is yet to come. So I appreciate you not being scared of that talent that's inside of you, that call that's speaking out inside of you, and you're letting it out.
Yeah, and that's something that I've also told my students about me making those advocacy choices and like making speeches and talking to these influential people in our state and country. Like I've told our students so many times, my experiences, just because I'm talking about them and using them to spread this awareness, doesn't mean they're individual. I know that many of our students are going through this. So many of these students have my talents and have similar backgrounds, and I really just want to bring those to light.
Yeah, and you've done that, and I'm really proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Lexi, congratulations. We look forward to all the great things you're going to accomplish in life.
Thank you so much.
Mike, that's going to wrap it up here for us here, and we're going to send it back to headquarters there on Patriot Focus on 790 The Fan.
I want to say thanks to Cole, Addie, Lexi, and, of course, Principal Andy Hare for being on this edition of Patriot Focus. You can see there's a lot of good stuff going on at Sullivan East High School, and we continue to shine that spotlight, and we will every week, every Thursday at 6 here on Patriot Focus. Stay tuned tonight for hockey. The Nashville Predators are going to play the Boston Bruins. We'll get you there for puck drop right at 8 o'clock tonight here on 790 The Fan.